Welcome to the Build Your Cause Blueprint. I'm Tim DeTellis, and I'm glad you're here. I had an interesting upbringing. My dad was a pastor for 25 years, and then at the age of 11, my father moved our family to live in the country of Haiti, where he started a mission. So I grew up overseas, and I was very involved in establishing schools and churches and seeing children be educated that are now attorneys, doctors, pastors, teachers, and they're really making a big impact and a change in their country. I consider myself a cause entrepreneur because I like starting stuff. I like starting stuff that actually makes a difference. To me, that's really what life is about. It's about leaving the world better than you found it and asking yourself the question, will I have a vision greater than your lifetime? Let me tell you why I came up with that question. It was actually a few years ago. I was kind of going through a funk. Things actually weren't going too well for me personally, and I just was actually kind of felt like I was almost going into a deep depression. And I was supposed to go overseas to the country of Haiti, and I canceled that trip. I ended up going to the Dominican Republic on another trip that was already scheduled, and I showed up there, and I was there with a visiting group that were going to serve at the mission that my father established. And I was there in the health center that my dad built. And I was somewhat, disoriented on my life, kind of just reevaluating some things. And I was wondering, why was I feeling this way? It was really a strange season. And then all of a sudden it hit me. I looked up and there were these two ladies sitting on a bench inside the health center. One of them had a bandage wrapped around her elbow, and another lady had a crutch and she had like a broken leg. That's what it looked like, at least. And I looked at them and I'm like, man, these people have come to this health center to get help. And my dad built this place. And then up above them on the wall was a portrait of my father. And it hit me, the reason I was depressed and kind of going through this strange season was because I was thinking too much about myself. I was thinking about, what's in it for me? When I realized I did not have a vision greater than my lifetime. I wasn't thinking about others. And so I was becoming frustrated with the way things were. And once I started asking myself this question, will I have a vision greater than my lifetime? Because there was my dad's picture and there were these two women who were being helped because of a cause he started. I realized that's when life can be worth living. And that's when I can wake up each day and say, I'm going to be passionate about this cause because I'm going to leave the world better than I found it. It's not because I think I'm a superhero. It's because I actually believe that we're created to make a difference. And we make a greater difference when we make the difference in the lives of others. I want to share with you in this welcome video really the two I's, because I mentioned I was thinking about myself and what was in it for me. But when we change our perspective on living a life as a cause entrepreneur to go make a difference in the lives of others, then we live a life with a vision greater than our lifetime. So I want to ask you the question, do you have any ideas? Do you have any ideas or thoughts that you could launch something and create something that could improve the lives of others? And then it could make an impact. An impact in a way that now their life has changed for the better. There are so many facets of our society, there are so many places in our world, there are so many needs that could be met with the right ideas, with people that have the right focus to make the right impact. And so I want to encourage you, just as in my own life, I've journeyed through the process of building causes that would make an impact in the lives of others. I love creating ideas and thoughts of, what could be if this happens? And let me tell you something, when it comes to being a cause entrepreneur, you have to step through that fear of doubt. You have to step through that fear of starting. And as an activator, which is one of my greatest strengths, I love starting things because during the process of doing it, I learn the most lessons. So I tend to have a little less of a fear factor for getting started. And that's where a lot of people kind of lose the potential of making a difference in their life because they're just afraid to start. I could give you a list of the ideas I started that maybe didn't work out, but I could give you a list of several that did. And I'm so thankful that I did start those ideas. For example, there was a comedy concert I launched over 10 years ago here in the United States. And Laugh All Night, it's a federal trademark, and it's a live event that's hosted all across the country. Literally hundreds of shows have been hosted in communities where families have come together for a night of comedy. Now that event has also helped a cause raise funds so they could do good better overseas. And that idea really came out of a heartbeat for me asking the question, what impact could I make? But it had to come back to an idea. See, you can't really make an impact unless you have the idea to make the impact with. So as a cause entrepreneur, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you're seeing the importance of making a difference. But I'm also glad that you're willing to take a step to ask the question, how can I do good better? And I want to come alongside you. In the videos to follow, you're going to learn how to focus your cause, brand your cause, fund your cause, do your cause, and lead your cause. And I'm here to support you and encourage you because I believe in you, because I believe in the God who made you. I'm Tim D. Tellis, and I trust this message finds you well.